Thank you, ADG Valencia. Magandang umaga po. I will now read the statement of the Department of Foreign Affairs. The Department of Foreign Affairs expresses its concern over the presence of a semi-permanent floating platform and structures within and in the vicinity of Bajo de Masinloc. The Philippines has indivisible, incontrovertible, and long-standing sovereignty over Bajo de Masinloc. The Philippines has exercised continuous, uninterrupted sovereignty and jurisdiction over Bajo de Masinloc, as demonstrated by detailed surveys, official government correspondences, and consistent acts of administration that have gone uninterrupted for centuries. Only the Philippines has the right to place or construct structures and conduct activities in Bajo de Masinloc. The continued presence of the semi-permanent floating platform without consent or authorization is not only a violation of the sovereignty and jurisdiction of the Philippines, but is also inconsistent with international law, particularly the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, or UNCLOS, and the 2016 award in the South China Sea arbitration. Their presence is a clear violation of China's commitments under the 2002 Declaration of Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea. We therefore urge China to withdraw and remove the platform and structures from Bajo de Masinloc, cease similar actions that violate Philippine sovereignty and sovereign rights in and within the vicinity of Bajo de Masinloc, and comply with its obligations under international law, particularly UNCLOS and the 2016 award in the South China Sea arbitration. To this end, the Philippines has undertaken the appropriate diplomatic action, including several démarches and a diplomatic protest to the People's Republic of China. The Department will continue to assert the Philippines' sovereignty, sovereign rights, and jurisdiction in the West Philippine Sea, and champion the Philippines' legitimate rights and interests in the maritime domain. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bong. At this point, I will give the floor to Rear Admiral J. Tariela.
We're now going to open the floor for questions. Please raise your hand, introduce your name, and of course, the news outlet that you belong to. Miss Ma'am Marisol. Bias ako kay Ma'am kasi naging instructor ko si Ma'am sa PMA.
Power sa teacher. Good morning, mga sir. I'm Marisol Abdurrahman from GMA News. How do you see this action of China now? Kasi we believe, ito po yung first time na gumawa sila ng gantong construction that we understand is moving and floating. Tama po ba, General Tariela? First, ito sa Bajo de Masinloc. As far as NTF, WPS is concerned, first recorded nyo pa ito na merong structure doon?
Your question, Ma'am, is whether this is the first time?
Yes, opo.
Yes, this is the first time that we documented a movable platform that was placed in Bajo de Masinloc.
So how do you see it? Like ano bang nakikita niyo dito sa ginawang ito ng China?
I would like to refer the question to Yusek Lopez of the National Maritime Council, sir.
Hello. Well, basically, we see that in general, these are all data gathering activities of the People's Republic of China, the government of China. And for whatever it's worth, it is part of our continuing effort, monitoring and seeing what are being developed there, and that will be the basis of our forthcoming appropriate actions.
Do you also this, sir, as parang there's strong claim in that territory? Because we know they've been doing research in the area, but having this floating construction there or structures, do you see this also as their way of asserting their claim in the area?
No. Again, I have mentioned a while ago, the basis of all of these things, legal basis, is the UNCLOS. And that's why in our context a while ago, we have mentioned the significance of where Bajo de Masinloc is. It's well within Philippines' exclusive economic zone and well beyond China's exclusive economic zone. So whatever they do in Bajo de Masinloc and any areas of the West Philippine Sea are all deemed unauthorized and illegal.
Yes, we understand that, sir. So ito ay pure research lang ang kanilang
Ma'am, last
purpose
na
doon.
yan.
Opo, last na po. Sorry,
Follow
sir.
up.
So yun lang po ang nakikita ninyo, Yusek Lopez. It's just research and this is not their way of asserting their claim in the territory.
Well, again, forthcoming activities to be properly assessed.
Okay, promise last, isa na to. Sir, we understand the diplomatic protests that we have been doing against China, pero you mentioned that this is clearly ours, di ba? Within the Philippine territory. What other moves have you done? Like, hindi ba natin sila pwedeng tabuyin kung clearly they are inside our territory? I mean, yeah, we understand the diplomatic protest, pero may ginawa tayong way at least to, yung ginagawa usually ng Coast Guard, Rear Admiral Tariela, yung itaboy sila kasi nasa loob nga sila ng teritoryo. Did we do that this time?
I can only speak for the Philippine Coast Guard, and then later I'm going to pass the floor to Admiral Trinidad also to discuss the armed forces of the Philippines. The Commandant of the Philippine Coast Guard, Admiral Loni Hilgaban, as his part of his commitment to the President and of course the Filipino people, is that we are still consistently carrying out routine maritime domain awareness flight over Bajo de Masinloc and challenging the presence of the Chinese government, whether in the form of the Chinese research vessels or China Coast Guard. At the same time, in addition to that, we're also continuously conducting sovereignty patrols, challenging the presence of the Chinese government. Admiral Trinidad, sir.
Yes, thank you, Jay.
Right, sir. Okay, sir. Hello.
Yes, thank you. From the side of the AFP, for this year, for the month of May and June, the AFP has conducted a total of 42 maritime patrols consisting of 35 by sea and 7 by air over the Northern Luzon Command area of responsibility. Likewise, for the year 2026, we have conducted 6 NMCAs, BMCAs, 3 multilateral, and 3 bilateral. These were also within the area. 3 of these were within the area of Northern Luzon Command. With this development in Bajo de Masinloc, the AFP will keep performing its mandate. We will continue patrolling the seas, flying the skies. In fact, it was a collaborative effort of the AFP and the Coast Guard to include BFAR that we were able to piece together the bigger picture of what is happening in Bajo de Masinloc.
Of course, ma'am, they are always challenged, and they were yes. Challenging them is of course equivalent to driving them away. Next, yes.
Hi, good morning. Jonah from Asahi Shimbun. China announced last year that it would establish a nature reserve in Scarborough Shoal. How do you see or how do you view the connection between this structure and that plan to establish a nature reserve? Question number 2, there was no previous, was there any previous structure or anything that we monitored in Scarborough Shoal maybe 3 years ago, or is this the very first time that we saw something inside the shoal?
I think the mere fact that we do not recognize the nature reserve of the People's Republic of China, we don't want to respond to that question because it is something that we do not recognize. No. Secondly, as to their intention, that would still be speculative. The objective of our press conference is just to present the facts. Thank you. Follow up.
Sir, for the DSA,
The Philippines is pushing for the conclusion of a code of conduct, and part of that, part of the agreement or arrangement we had for the DOC was there was supposed to be no new structures, no new construction. So this is clearly a violation of the DOC, and in that line, will we still push for a COC when clearly the DOC does not work or is not being followed by China?
I mentioned in my statement that China is in violation of its obligations under the 2002 Declaration of Conduct of Parties in the South China Sea, specifically on the exercise of self-restraint and to avoid actions that would complicate the issues or escalate the tensions. The Philippines, along with the other ASEAN member states, including China, remain committed to pursue the conclusion of the Code of Conduct. We have all the more reason now to make sure that we continue the momentum in concluding and negotiating the conclusion of the Code of Conduct as agreed in the 2023 guidelines. Now we have all the more reason to pursue the COC.
What do you think that antenna is for? What could be the use for an antenna in the middle of Scarborough Shoal?
We do not want to speculate as to the objective of all these things that they have placed in Bajo de Masinloc. Thank you, ma'am. Bea.
Good morning, sir. Bea Cupin from Rappler. Sir, first question for the DFA. What was China's response to the demarches we filed in the protests? Did they say anything outside of the usual talking points Beijing employs when replying to these protests and demarches?
We continue to maintain open lines of communication. So as to the detail of the responses, I am unable to divulge any of these details at this time. But we remain ready to communicate with the People's Republic of China. So the details I am unable to provide at this time. Thank you.
So just a follow-up to that and to add to Jonah's question earlier, I understand we are still committed, obviously, as ASEAN and as the Philippines to COC negotiations. But how does this affect, if it does in any way, talks to conclude a COC? Because after all, if this is in fact scientific research, is this not them asserting sovereignty or at the very least sovereign rights over Bajo de Masinloc, again, as you was pointed out, in violation of the DOC?
We certainly hope that it will not affect the ongoing negotiations for the COC, but the effect is still speculative at this time because we do not know the complete details yet, the intention and the other operational details which have yet to be ascertained by our security agencies. So that's it. Thank you.